Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, cause we talk about anime, y'all. We want to know what you've been watching, cause we gonna be telling what we've been watching. That's right, and it's about that time to give it up. Put your hands together. I don't want to butt in the seats and get loud. Rejoice. But that's right. Mark Dub, say what's up.
Hey, y'all, man, that is like the best intro I may have had ever like in life. Hey, y'all, it is Mark Dub, part man, half amazing, spicy like that Creole on that occasion. What's going on, y'all?
Man, look, and he ain't by himself. Nah. He ain't alone. I present to you, all right, the top head distributor. He is the diamond distributor of the Gulf Coast. This man, if you want it, he got it. All right? I guarantee you. Coop of Blurtish. What's up?
Man, Mike coming out here like Michael Sinbad Young. He is Michael Sinbad Young. He's not Steve Harvey. We going back to the 80s. Sinbad, Apollo introductions, man. What up, y'all?
I don't need that fake hairpiece. That man unit.
Oh, God damn. Lord. Well, we coming with it on Monday. But
I don't need the man unit in the chiclet teeth.
Or the Mr. Potato caterpillar mustache.
Oh man, I don't know why people be getting them teeth, man. But anyway, go ahead.
And the backstabbery. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to look, it's still the year of Cat Williams, y'all. It's still the year of Cat Williams.
I forgot. Cat still got about a month or some change.
Look, Cat came in, he kicked the whole year in his butt. But
hey, we're gonna have to call Cat Catradamus because he told us a lot of this stuff was happening or was gonna happen, and
we might have to address that. Come back to that another pod where we need to predict something else for the next year. Cause I don't know. But y'all, this podcast will be on the Blurtish platform. Check us out on Spotify, other various places. And we're gonna ready to talk some anime.
All right, man. So with that said, what you know what? I'm gonna throw it to you, Coop. What anime should we open up with today? What's the first we should roll with?
You know what? I wanted to let's open up with some positivity, because I'm gonna be honest. I am a little behind on Bleach. Unfortunately, I was in the process of watching 32. I am gonna mention one thing about Bleach. Whenever we get to it, you can spoil it. I don't care. I'm gonna still watch it. You know, when I'm on Bleach, I'm on it. It don't regardless. But I But let's start with Invincible Fight Girl, man.
Ooh,
let's start off positive. Let's start off
Fight Girl. Yeah.
You know, and then we're just gonna, double shot it
because there's was it
3? It was
3 and 4, 4 and 5. I can't remember. It's 3 and 4, right?
3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
So basically, 3 and 4 is kind of like A and B side of things anyway, because so we have reached a point in the series where if you have watched, I know this show feel like it came out of nowhere. It kind of did for all of us. That's why I'm actually
for us.
I'm telling everybody, like, I was at an event. Some young ladies bought like some chibi coloring books for me. She, my neighbor to the side of me was talking we was talking anime, and their friends was talking anime. So, you know what? These couple of young black ladies was buying from me this and that, and I was like, hey, there's an anime you might really dig. You might really see yourself in. And I told them about it. And when we last left off, because to be continued, when we last left off of Invincible Fight Girl, I can get really deep.
I'm sorry, Coop. Mike,
what?
I can almost see Coop when he's pitching Invincible Fight Girl to these people. I can almost see him like a circus barker, twirling his mustache like, hey, ladies, I know an anime that you ladies would probably like.
Sure. Snidely Whiplash. I don't know where we going. What's going on this Monday? But anyway, but yeah. So episode 3 and 4, she went to go see Miss Poblana Key, or have you said Miss Poblana, the little short lady who was 10 years ago was tall and
Was
whatever in
mad tall
charge.
and had
It was
mad
short.
skills.
It's she still got power.
I
She's
mean,
just
yeah, she
like,
still got mad power.
but she somehow aged about 35 years in about 10 years. Somehow
Yeah,
anime shenanigans. Don't worry about it, folks. Don't question it.
it's like
That's the humor.
she went from like regular adult age to straight Yoda in 10 years.
So so basically she don't want to train her, and shenanigans ensue. Craig somehow, I mean, gonna say somehow. I know how this works, but I didn't see that. Shiesty Craig or Shady Craig, Grifter Greg or some other word. Scammer Greg is her nephew. So they went into town, and he actually was trying to play a trick on. I ain't gonna say a trick, but he's like, "Hey, go talk to this kid here." But he kind of was being a butthead about it. He really just been out there on the run. Like, nobody don't like Greg, and I see why. He's selling
Because he
phones that blow
scams
up,
everybody.
scamming everybody. He's selling phones that explode, and he introduced him to Mikey, who another joke. This is gonna be played up for the anime tropes. The biggest 8-year-old in the world. First of all, okay.
He's like, I'm just a normal 8-year-old.
First of all, 8-year-olds don't be having jobs in this
He got a full job.
He got a full job
like,
trained.
Dude is like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Also, if he's 8, even if he's that big, he's like I guess he's a genius. Well, he's a genius, but it's like, this is the most well-adjusted, mature, smart 8-year-old ever. But ha 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 for jokes. But I like Mikey though. Mikey is a very cool guy. He looks like a super accountant. He looks like with the life that she left, but he's just swole punching on meat, because that's what his family do. They're butchers, and his dad
punches
the beef punches. And dad don't know how to name kids. He put M in front of all their names or something.
Well, it was like Michael. They were all M names, but then like he ran out and just called the last one M Brandon.
How you run out of M names? It's M.
M Brandon is nasty cold.
That is trash. But this is the kid. But all that to say is, we're at the point of the show where if you've seen the trailers or whatever, and you've seen her battling up with M Brandon multiple times, and you wonder how it's going to go. So we actually see the seminal fight from the trailer of that, spoilers. She does wind up losing, but she winds up gaining.
And Brandon got some hands.
I mean, M Brandon was not really taking her serious. She was like, light work. Now dad was doing all the trash talking. By the way, I think it might be
all the fat mouthing.
Clancy Brown might be doing it, who does the voice of
I think that's who the voice is.
Who did the voice of Lex Luthor and various other things. And so he does this thing where he also just died as Maroni in the Penguin. So the man stay working.
Yeah.
And he just died. He just died last year in The Boys. And so man, you talking about booked and busy.
Yeah, he stay working.
Stay working. He been working ever since Sean Penn whooped his tail in Bad Boys in the late early 80s. But I ain't know for the longest that was him. But so talk about a career. But yeah, man. So he just fat mouthing as Mark said. But just the way that she was learning, I know this is up Mike's alley.
Oh yeah.
She's thinking, she's fighting. She take a lot of punches. It's like positively violent, but it is kind of violent. Look, it is something like
when they were slow mo punching her face, it was hilarious.
I was kind of wincing because I don't like seeing no black girl get beat on by no giant white dude. I'm gonna just say that. But I get it. I know it's anime. She was taking them goddamn punches. Like, Lee, come on.
Yeah,
y'all.
bro, she really was.
Well, she had to condition him to a certain attack. You know what I'm saying? And then she caught him off guard. I mean, M. Brandon did give her respect at the end. You can see he respected her.
I love what he said.
He hit her mad hard.
You think that look, I get it. You kind of got some skill. You had me, but yo, don't think that you just got it like that. This is when you fall into a trap. But I could tell that he wasn't happy that he had to resort to that. But at the same time, this is a fight. And if just like you gave a tail, okay, you're giving me a tail, and then I'm going to put it on you. So, that's up to you to learn, and you learn from, guess what? You learn from experience, folks. You lose, like Aaliyah say, you pick yourself up and try again.
Depending on the kind of coach you've had, or the kind of sifu or sensei or whatever you had, you've probably heard this before. Pain is the best teacher. Like that.
She took a lot of pain. She ate a lot of pain.
I had a kickboxing coach, shout out to Kev, who once told me, he said, pain is your friend. Pain lets you know you're still alive. I was like,
yeah, true.
Yeah, nah, G.
Or pain can let you know you this close to dying.
Bruh,
I guess it's a razor's edge.
Brandon hit her and she bounced on the turnbuckle and then still landed on it.
He hit her, and it's like Coop said, I straight up, I winced. I was like, ooh.
I was like, good Lord, Brandon. I'm like, yep, it's
he
Brandon.
laid into her.
And Brandon.
Also, to the creators of this show, all of those meat puns, all that kind of comedy, please keep that coming. Those meat puns, like a little comedy.
I love the fact that her dad, they whipping them all out as a butcher, and then she's like, you gonna be chicken nugget or chicken.
Yeah, she was like, "What tender. Are you, a chicken tender?" And everybody's quiet.
Nah, it don't work.
Is it chicken?
Yeah, we get it, but it's worse. Boo! It was like as annoying as Craig is, he is funny. All right, the comedic timing is there, and Mikey, it all is working. And I love how
time cuts.
But shout out to Mikey. I thought it's if this was a regular anime straight from Japan, Mikey's dad would have took that cane and whopped him with it, because they be violent to kids. Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. But he was like, all right, you think I'm gonna show you Brandon's weakness? And he's all proud and blah blah blah, and it's like, you training this boy, Dad? He might be leaving his legs open. I mean, it was common sense, but at the same time, you think they would get it, but I guess they're meatheads. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Pun intended. So I don't know. I love it. I love that Dad, even though he was clapping, but he felt a little embarrassed, because he's like, this is the best of the best. And she got a couple of licks in, and she was
she actually became a contender for a second. And shouts out to the sweet moves, the capoeira maneuvers and stuff. I was like, oh snap. I was watching the show, I literally said out loud, I was like, here we go. I was like, all right, I see you.
I love that we get, I guess we're gonna learn more about Mikey's past, or maybe it's just lightly touched that mom isn't here anymore, or maybe she died because they ain't show her face. So that's some telltale signs. Or maybe they play it up for laughs, she's just gone. Or maybe she just out of town. It could be anything.
With this they might play it up for laughs. So
maybe they might play it up. She might just be out of town. Maybe she's like, oh no, I ain't. Mom ain't gone. But if I had to guess, mom is gone. Even though Mikey's just 8, so he ain't lived that long.
Also, Mikey definitely ran away because.
He was scared.
The way he said, I talked to my dad and he's very cool about it or something.
That was about the most 8-year-old thing he actually did.
It's like, no, you definitely ran away.
So, but I know Mike, you don't like previews, but you will see.
No, actually, I love this show so much. I've been watching every piece of whatever I can get from it. I love this show. So if there's a preview, let me know. I'm just going to send it to me. I will watch it. This show, I need to see it.
I think I don't know if Mikey's dad will know anything, but I think Brandon will see them along the journey, because I think she's going to get into fights. So I think there's a little clip oh, it's her. It's a accountant girl. She's about to fight again. So maybe he's just going to be around because he got to be on the circuit, go fight too. I still need to know if there's an actual place where people can just fight without like them shooting missiles down and blowing up the town for a ring. It's funny, but it's like, and I know we supposed to turn our brain
Match
off.
initiated.
But good lord, it'd be like
this is super dangerous. Who's in charge of this? Like, where's the Federation that like makes sure that this lands in a safe place?
The Federation that's over it don't care, probably. The fact that corporations like shooting bombs down for a wrestling ring.
Yeah, and for a match, it's not like it disappears after; it just stays there. So, like, what if it's in the middle of the street? I guess you just drive around it now.
What if that's your business right there? Like, but they ain't blow up the the Beefpunchas thing, but everything else. It's like, what? Like, this is good stupidity, y'all. Yeah. And Andy is just that's why for black people, for black women, I want them to enjoy the show. That's why I can't wait till the ladies eventually will be joining us back. I specifically really want their opinion, just for them growing up to see a character like Andy that's like really made in our experience. You know what I'm saying? And to see black women to be able to relate to this character.
She doesn't have to be like in the hood. She ain't gotta be in and out of jail. It doesn't have to be like she's just like, yo, I like wrestling and like I gotta go for it.
If I was younger, this has been like a girl I went to college with or school with, and we take an account and next though she fighting people. Like which quite frankly in Baton Rouge, that is not far off.
He said that's a possibility.
It's not impossible.
Man.
Turn around.
Okay, I have stories. I do have stories.
I'm gonna just say this. One of the best, I ain't gonna say no names. One of the best accountants I went to school with, or smartest student. She was from New Orleans. There were stories that one of her, I think she used to do some illegal activity with one of her guy friends. I think she used to handle some stuff, doing some stuff.
Oh, she used to put in work.
And she was on the golf team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, fast money is the most money that needs accountants. You know what I'm saying?
She wasn't doing accounting work.
I figured she was putting in work and then also working as accountant.
And I'm and just other stuff that I know. Shout out to my cousin. He ain't involved. I'm gonna just end that story right there. But I'm gonna end that story.
Dry snitching is lucrative, but come on.
No, it ain't my cousin. But I'm saying this.
It's lucrative.
I keep forgetting this is a PG. I'm keeping it PG, so I'm gonna keep it there. So all I just say, it was a good time. She was a cool person, and she turned out to be a great accountant. I think she got a great. She worked for one of the big 3 firms. So shout out to her. Okay.
So that's what it's all about, man.
So I'm just saying, Andy could possibly become a CPA and still put you in the mat.
Well, see, the funny thing is they keep calling her just like accountant girl. I figure by the end of the season we'll probably get her like real. She'll finally choose her real, wrestler name. But they're like,
I'm cool if she just be like, my name Andy, and I'm here to bust you up. And then we just subvert the name Invincible Fight Girl, and that's just like what she does. And she just like, look, I'm Andy. I was from Accountant Island, but I fight too. Don't play with me. So I don't know. I can't wait. But the next episode, I think they're going to tie up Aunt Poblana, and try to beg her they're going to convince her to start training. Because they did show some things. She like, you got to do like 10 perfect strikes, and she like do 10 punches. She's like, no. I said 10 perfect strikes, and she does the whole knife hand master thing. It blows the dummy away. Like it gets DBZ-ish where like the whole room.
Yo, like I love that about this show, right? I love that.
I know you love it.
When I heard the sound effects, I was like, thank you.
You gonna love.
Cool. I'll be honest, man. Ain't nothing like hitting somebody with a good knife hand, boy.
Mike gonna love the next episode.
A good knife hand, man. Properly placed. With boy, look, it'll make you it'll make you recant some things,
bruh. Her knife hand blew the dummy away, and reality is shaking. It's
well, remember when she showed up and she was just like angry, like it started like rumbling the whole ring and stuff. And then the perm gang had to like chill out.
Yes, had to relax those, had to lay those perms down. Perm puns.
Oh man, but I'll say, watching this show is awesome. It does make me wonder a little bit about the sanitary nature of the food because y'all
Eh,
straight just punching meat into the dirt and
they punched the germs off of it, Mike.
okay, my bad. All right, good. So they ain't
Look,
gotta.
bruh,
It's
I ain't gonna
completely
lie.
sanitary.
I like how you made that make sense. Even though it didn't make sense, you made it.
Well, I mean, they
Forced
punch it so hard, like the germs, they just like,
don't
we can't stay
don't you,
here.
Mike? Don't you, Mark? Don't you know I'm a very sane genius? I am the smartest and most physically prime man out there. But anyway, if I make
Say,
myself
bruh.
sick.
Well played, sir.
Thank you,
Well,
thank you.
well played.
But you're a sane genius, so you have to tell people anything makes sense. I mean, in real talk, they got people with just dogs and fishmen and mutants. So don't question nothing. I mean, they shoot bombs down to have wrestling matches with AI referees.
Well,
And
yeah,
Tony
that's true.
Baker is running around doing spin moves like he on Street Fighter 2 with a blonde perm. So I'm just saying, first of all, shout out to them. Yo, I would need to see. I like M. Brandon Safari cool, but you gotta bring the perm game back.
Yeah,
If
we need a
not this
perm
season,
gang, like one
I
more episode.
I need them to come every season, and I need them to eventually. If I don't know if I want the perm game to stay bad. I like them enough.
They can be like a reoccurring villain every now and then. They show up just to cause a little bit of a minor annoyance, and then you
I
get them beat up a little bit, and then they leave.
I want this to be like like Avatar. I want comic books after this is finished. I want the perm game. I want to see a perm game prequel. I'm going. Look, I'm going that
Like
far.
when
Like
they got their first activator. You know what I'm saying?
be like, I
That
got the
first
pop.
spritz.
It touched me, and then next thing you know, I was stronger than ever. Perm power. Anyway, but I love the show. They doing the thing, and like I said, when people can take tropes of anime and kind of parody a little bit of it, but it's like subtle, like even down to like the to be continued, the One Piece esque to be continued sign. So you just see what this man is pulling from every single time that he wants to pull some stuff, but you see what the basis of what he's pulling from for the story. And then of course the crazy American humor and the outtakes or whatever. And it's just gonna get him. It's gonna get more insane from here. So, but Mikey is a wonderful addition to the cast to
Yep.
balance out Scammer Craig because he can't help himself. So, because he already got down, he like, oh, you can fight. Let me be your manager. But sadly, she's one of those people that kind of need a manager because she don't know what she's doing.
I mean, she just she just she got to find her way. She got to find her way.
I mean, in real life, first thing you need to do is fire Craig. Craig,
Yeah, that's
whatever
true.
his name is. But we know that
Yeah,
how this
Craig got
works.
to go.
So that's all I got on Invincible Fight Girl. But I want to just lead off with the most positive thing of this week as we deal with the outside world and come back to reality. But that was fun and uplifting. And shout out to my wife. It's the first anime type thing that she can tolerate other than Lupin.
Okay. Shouts to
Hey.
Lupin too. All right,
Yeah,
then I'll
so-
throw in something that I'm super excited about. Arcane is back, y'all. Arcane is back. Rejoice. That's right.
I still need
Arcane
to
is
start it.
back.
I
We
haven't
got
watched it yet,
we're 6
but shout out
episodes
to
in.
Campanella Cube, man. Camp says Arcane is very arcane.
Okay.
It's a incredible show. I've seen the first 3 episodes. 4, 5, and 6 are now out. Because they're doing basically 3 drops. The 1, 2, and 3, then 4, 5, and 6 are dropped at the same time. Then 7, 8, and 9 will drop at the same time, and I believe that's it. Which that'll just be 2 seasons, and then we don't get no more.
Nope.
Unfortunately. But at least we did get this. It's beautiful. if I could ever do anything, this would be like right up my alley as far as like the character design, the look. It's Arcane is beautiful, man. Like Arcane is beautiful. Like Blue Eye Samurai is another one that's like beautiful. It's like different, but it's like still awesome. But Arcane, we get into it. We get to see where Vi is. Vi is hmm, sort of choosing sides, because I mean, she still loves her sister or the idea of what her sister used to be. We have, of course, the uproar politically because you can't just let somebody bomb you and like you don't do nothing. Like the citizens gonna be like, "Yo, what y'all doing? Like, are y'all gonna protect us or not?" So there's straight calamity everywhere. Like there's assassination attempts, there's attacks, there's bombings. This show is wild, and just to see the response from everyone is awesome because it seems natural. Like, okay, I can see a city council person or city, you know, government kind of do making this decision, or I can see a governor kind of make it, or the police kind of deciding to do this, and I can see someone try to grab power this way. Um,
So this is Louisiana, cyberpunk Louisiana.
yeah, I guess so. It could be like steampunkish, cyberpunkish Louisiana.
Are we
Um,
already at steampunk? Louisiana ain't level left the steam revolution to
oh,
some
it's
parts.
cold.
Like, look, have you been to
He's
the
not
swamp?
wrong.
Have you been to the swamp? We literally have steamboats that's still tugboats. That
Oh, word?
yeah. I mean, you gotta
Okay.
need them.
Dang. So but yeah, this show is killer. The fight scenes are still crazy. We do have Echo back. I haven't seen Echo in a fight scene yet, but 4, 5, 6 are out, and I haven't watched those yet. But there's a lot. Cross came out. I had to watch Cross. Shouts to Cross for being a black show unapologetically. I'm happy about that.
I need to
But
watch Cross.
that's out. Also, Dune Prophecy dropped. So there's a lot of other stuff that I'm trying to
Hey,
like catch and watch.
shout out to Aldous Hodge, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
Aldous Hodge been that
Man,
dude for a minute.
Man deserved better, man.
he needed to get it.
He was one of the highlights of the Black Adam movie.
He deserved to get into another thing while The Rock's career is sliding. At least critically, anyway. He making money, but anyway.
Yeah, he got his check. Like
Yeah, he
by the
got
time
his
the
check,
movie
so.
come out, he been paid. He like,
know.
look, I got my money. But yeah, Arcane. If you watched the first season and you liked it, what I'm saying, check it out. If you don't know about Arcane at all, it's from Riot Games. It's based on League of Legends. I've never played the game League of Legends at all, but I saw the trailer and I was like, whatever this is dope. So I'm definitely watching it. I'm hooked. I love it. Also, Riot Games is making a fighting game called 2XKO, which features all of the League of Legends characters, and that joint looks dope as well. But that
Is it
game probably isn't going to be out for another year or two.
is League of Legends, is that a part of Blizzard? By any chance? Oh no, you know what? My bad. Blizzard tried to make a League of Legends competitor called the
Yeah.
Heroes of the Storm, and it did not compete with League of Legends
Nah.
because it's kind of like in that vein. So Riot Games is Riot Games. My
Yeah.
bad. So
But
they
yeah,
make it.
the Arcane is just I love it, man. I love how it looks. Like if I was able to put out an anime, like say if I had $1 billion right now. Let's say I had $1 billion and didn't blow it in 100 days. No, I ain't gonna do y'all like that.
100 days. How much thing would you have to be taking or handling?
But if I had like $1 billion and I was gonna animate something, it would probably look like Arcane or Blue Eye Samurai. Like those two joints this year have really impressed me visually. Well, I mean, technically, Arcane season 1 was already out. But,
I mean, from what I've read, that Arcane costs $250 million to animate because as beautiful as Blue Eye is, Arcane is a little bit different from just even looking at like the way they have like the facial tracking. Like this is like something different where I think it's like
bruh,
constant.
it is that's so expensive for an animated feature, but
That's something that they believe in. But Riot Games and they believe in their IP, but Riot Games
spend that money. They believe in this.
Well, also
I
they
don't
have a
mind
game
it
that
costing
makes
so
money.
much. You know what I'm saying? It should cost money. I don't mind things being expensive. My issue is when they spend all the money and you like, where the money go? Like you can tell where the money went in Arcane. You look at it,
Yeah,
you're like, I'm looking at the money on the screen.
because I think basically everybody is mocap. Like it's everybody's mocap and its animation. Is I forgot how to explain it, but it's mocap, but it's a lot of animation on
It's
top of
like,
that
yeah,
mocap.
it's like
It's
mocap plus CGI plus hand drawn.
yeah, it's a
It's
special
it's
type of.
incredible.
It's everybody is created from like some type of ground up. Basically, you got a bunch of Andy Circuses running around. Like it's to that level and then some. So that's why it's really like it's live action, but with the animation on top of it, with the mocap, what they're doing. So it's like, yeah, it's something different. Like they ain't gonna like. I'll say this: if you expected there to be a lot of arcades out there, people don't.
Nah,
Nobody.
there.
It's rare that you will get that much money spent on, much less a show, a feature animation. It blows the budgets of most feature animations.
But it's, they Riot Games has been able to keep their IP, control their IP, and quality control of their IP. And this thing looks
Biggest
just
question though, Mike. Real question though.
amazing from end to end.
Hey,
But
you know
Mike,
what, bro? What one thing that can be said? They they spent that 250 million. They probably didn't even bat an eye because they believe in it so much. They know they're going to get their money
well,
back.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
They don't have to believe. They're one of those games that last forever that people love and spend on consistently. They ain't gotta
Mhm.
believe it. They making it. Like it's like with from your Call of Duties, your Overwatches, and other stuff as one of the biggest computer games out there on multiple things. But it's we could probably look it up and just see how much they make. And isn't League of Legends also an esport too? So it's money being
Yeah.
made, like massive. I think are they American? Or are they from? No, they from France. I think they from France. So they
But
probably
yeah,
are the
this
biggest game publisher in France, or
this
one of the
joint
most
is
richest.
it's on another level, man. Like I I was impressed by the first season, and this second season is not letting me down whatsoever. We need more ideas, more attention to detail, like the way I love this is like the way I love Spider-Verse. Like
And
it's that kind of attention to
and I'm gonna
detail
say,
that I enjoy with Arcane.
and even though I haven't watched it, y'all, if y'all are out there on the con circuit, you can't get away from Jinx cosplayers. Like Jinx has become in well, you know what? This is how you know what, Mike. This is how you know Arcane is big time. You know who Jinx took the place of when she was so big on the cosplay circuit? They
Oh,
dropped Harley Quinn disappeared for like a
oh
year,
snap!
and you saw nothing but Jinx and her sister and a couple of Arcane people, and you'll see the whole Arcane set. Like you'll get 5 or 6 people. They'll even have like their black friend get to be the black dude in the set. So
They
so
get their black friend to be Echo.
so they was going hard with Arcane like last year or 2 years ago, but like literally 2 years ago, Harley Quinn. I was starting to go to cons. I'm like, yo, Calvin. I'm like, bro, we don't even see no Harley Quinns. And like, you saw all the Harley Quinns. You always got the little daddy, little slugger one. They dropped Harley Quinn, and you still see Jinx to this day.
Well, I mean, they got
A lot of Jinx. You gonna see more
superior
Jinx.
character, so I mean, I ain't gonna, but I ain't gonna say no names. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is that Harley Quinn. I know I put bet money the cosplayers had dropped her for Jinx, and Jinx ain't going nowhere.
nah.
Harley Quinn gonna be back, but Jinx ain't going nowhere either for a while.
Yeah, because now the show is back, so it's gonna reinvigorate, anyone who is like, you know what, it's been a while since I've done Jinx. Let me go and do it again.
Shout out to the Jinx players who bring that big weird gun that she has.
Oh yeah, that kind of like that bazooka gun she has.
So yeah,
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. Arcane is back. Check it out. If you're watching it too, tell me, what I'm saying, tell me your favorite scene as thus far, because for me, it's just the breakdown between Vi and Jinx and I can't remember the young lady that's the sharpshooter. When they were going back and forth between the danger over a child, I was just like, there's some emotion up in here, y'all. Some real emotion. But
And shout,
anyway, I'll go and move it on. What else you got? Well, Dub, what you been watching?
Yo, didn't I always tell Coop that I am 1,000% from the field. I never miss. Whatever I pick, it is golden. And once again, I have selected. Finally, I watched the first episode of Demon Lord 2099.
Ah,
In the year of our Lord Veltol.
and
okay.
how you feeling about it? How you feeling about it?
Okay, so 500 years ago, humans and were dispensing the height of their technology and magic technology for humans to fight the immortals. The immortals were just that. They were immortal but they were magic wielders, and they were mostly benevolent, but for whatever reason, humans wanted to stamp them out, and their leader, Lord Veltol, he is. I mean, Demon Lord 2099. It's drawn real pretty. All the characters are like, it's that old school, pretty. And like every character is like,
They JoJo pretty is what you want to say.
yes, they're all
Yeah,
very,
they are.
very
They
pretty.
are all models. Like
Yeah.
Demon
nobody,
Lord
everybody's in a
2099,
magazine on this.
Everybody,
he
they mullets shine the
has to be
brightest.
the prettiest demon lord
They hair flipping.
outside of Michael Jackson in Demon Slayer. Veltol has to be the prettiest demon lord. But 500 years ago, he lost to a human who was able to kill him with the use of a sacred weapon. He asked his nemesis in death, "Human, I am so powerful. I have power beyond compare, power beyond your comprehension. How did I lose to you?" And the human told him. He said, "Because you are immortal, your kind doesn't have hope. You'll never beat us because we have hope. We always have hope." And Veltol took that to his grave. Actually, he probably didn't really die because once again, he is the Lord of the Immortals, the Demon Lord of the
Yeah, he
Immortals.
just was reborn, right? So
Yes, and so one of his immortal followers, 500 years later, she gathers the necessities to reanimate him, to bring him back to life. When she's brought him back, they're in a not so distant future, but it is technologically advanced to what we have. Everything is modern and shiny and pretty.
So you would call it a cyberpunk supernatural show, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
It
it's kind of
is a
it's kind of in that vein. Yeah, yeah.
so shout out to Camp. I know he said he was once Camp heard the word cyberpunk, he's in.
But
He's
this,
not.
yo, the crazy thing, and spoiler warning. I watched the first episode. I watched a couple more episodes, but I do remember the first episode very well. I'll say Veltol is he's reawakened in the future, and he's like, you know what? Okay, things have changed a little bit, but this future, I still have my power. I'm still the Lord of the Demons, of the Immortals. Like I'm about to take this world over, and he finds out that, first off, as powerful as he was in the future, with a certain kind of technology, all people can use magic. It's a technology that everyone gets chipped, and the chip allows them to access certain kinds of magic. Veltar was like, "What the? Where did this come from?" Because he was so powerful in his time. It turns out one of his servants, with his disappearance, used his, he got his Lex Luthor on, had this technology developed, and now he runs the future. So, when Veltar came back, he was like, "Oh, it's so great to see you, Lord." But he gets real flippant with him, and Veltar was like, "Boy, you're gonna make me put that thing on you." And then he's like, "Do your worst." And he did his worst, and it ain't do nothing, because now everyone can use magic. So Veltar had to escape. He escaped because the follower that reincarnated him, she threw herself in front of the bus to save him. She got messed up. He got messed up. They barely escaped. But Veltar, while licking his wounds, was like, "Okay, clearly things have changed. I need to figure this. I need to figure the game out in this time so that I can go forward with my mission and conquer the world." And his girl, she says she gonna help him. She's recruited her best friend. Her best friend is like kind of comedy relief. I dig it.
So my challenge to you, Mark. So next week we're gonna be caught up. We're gonna rock this thing.
Yes, there are 6 episodes out now.
I don't want to say anything because I'm always like, I've watched everything, so I don't want to say too much because I'm always.
Oh, you watched Demon Lord?
Yeah, I'm at episode 6. Yeah.
So next week, Mark, this is the one you pick. You're gonna be caught up. You're gonna lead us on the weekly.
I got this.
Cool.
Because this is one that the first episode I was like, I don't know. Let's see. And then the second episode, I was like, we
haven't heard that before.
Well, no, there's been some that I've watched the first episode.
I'm sorry.
And
no. Like, you know what, Mike?
You know this stuff like
shout out to Ninja Yo-Yo, man.
Undead Unluck. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ninja Yo-Yo. Ninja Yo-Yo said you have to give it 3 episodes.
Gotta give it 3.
I gave it 3 episodes, and I'm like, oh, I kind of, you know what, man? Sometimes some of them get me with the first episode. I'm like, oh, okay. Second, third episode, I'm struggling. But when I give it to the 3 episodes, man, some of them turn me around. Coop, what anime was it? I wasn't sold.
Elusive Samurai.
Elusive Samurai.
Oh,
Took 5.
Wasn't sold.
Took him 5, but
5.
Said
wow.
You gotta give it 3. I gave it 3, and I was still on the fence.
Tokiyuki is lucky, man, because I wouldn't have stuck around for 5.
No, look, I called Coop. I was like, I apologize, brother. You was right. I'm trying to be that man. Don't nobody like to be wrong, Mike. Don't nobody like to be wrong. I'm trying to be the man that when I know I was wrong about something, I can admit it. And Coop don't steer me wrong. Coop must have some very fine rack and pinions in his automobile, because he'll never have no problem steering me wrong.
Speaking of steering, I want to go to Ranma. To steering. Actually, I have a.
I want to steer away from that. Let's go to Ranma.
All right, before you talk about Ranma, before you mention any of the story, I want to say to the board or the leadership of the Olympics, if you want to get me engaged with rhythmic gymnastics, this is how you do it.
Y'all, I'm about to be a little bit of a Dusty Chan. So bear with me.
What done happened?
It's not actually bad, but it's just for when you see something and you can't unsee it. This episode was cool, but I have to say, like, I would say this, if any of y'all got a lot of time on your hands, I know a lot of us don't. The fight episodes, it's good to watch the old one and the new one together. Like the one when I last talked about, maybe a couple weeks ago, the Ryoga fight was actually done, like, it was done with less of the nonsense. of the old one, but the old one was still good. This one, it doesn't quite work as well with Kadashi. They didn't animate some parts as smooth, but they did add in a couple of things that was from the manga, like when Kadashi took her Kuno and used him as a weapon. In the book, he actually slashes with the sword. So they did take that from the manga. In the old one, he just get hit aside the head. So it's like I actually like the old version better of this fight. It's way more dynamic and just like you feel it. This one was a little talky.
Coop.
They
Are you going to be one of those fans? Are you going to be one of those fans?
I'm rewatching it.
The old one was better. Are you going to be like those Tekken 7 players that be talking about Tekken 7 is better than Tekken 8?
I don't know about them. I'm just saying I like the madness of Kadashi a little bit better than the old one, but it's still good. But it's like it didn't have enough with the ring, because they did some more stuff in the old one. But I did like everything up until the fight, like with Ryoga, and then was like, he's like, "Oh, Carter, you go to bed," and Ryoga like, "Yeah, I got you alone now. You ain't get to that fight." And they fighting all night long. They wake up and he stomping on them. It's like I love the foolishness of it, man.
And then so Ron was all tired. Ron was like, "Yeah."
Just exhausted, like
yeah.
But like Kadashi, she's kind of a goofball. I mean, she's a Kuno, so her brother, they both just insane. I do like the character because she's that typical what you call the ohoho with the ohoho rich girl laugh, because that was a staple of anime, because that's how rich, haughty anime girls laugh, because they're so above you, and she is so deadly. But like she bust, like in the episode before was pretty good, how she just bust up in Akane's room, and then she like, "Who gonna clean these roses up?" I love it. Like, you bust in here, you using magic roses and flying away. Why did you do this? Like, bruh, if I'm son Mr. Tendo, I'd be mad because my house is getting destroyed every week.
Man, every episode, like,
I'm like, bruh. Like, I think they had in the old episodes, they actually made them like show, like, they admit, like, man, this house is getting messed up. Y'all gotta like do some repairs. I think they actually took a little time to just do something like that. But I'd still love that Netflix is kind of getting to it, so it's moving. But it just was like, it was cool if I didn't see it, but I just, to me, the older one was the superior one. Still good though, still good. Still have fun with it.
Well, we know what Coop gonna do every week, y'all. Coop
it ain't gonna be like, every fight, y'all.
He gonna be like, the last one was better, y'all.
I gotta, if I had to make a prediction, the fight of the newer fights that's gonna be better. Because I like Ryoga. I'll just like Ryoga stuff is pretty much the same. I hope that they still haven't got the shampoo. It feels weird that we haven't got the shampoo yet, but I mean I binged it when it was old. So it's, I know we ain't gonna have that many, they ain't gonna do no filler, so it's gonna be straight manga. So shampoo and then cologne and then Moose will be next. I think Moose fight, I got a feeling Moose fight is gonna be a lot better. But it's gonna be like really stupid.
The Kadashi stuff is straight. The Kadashi stuff is just straight hilarious. I'm like, hold up, rhythmic? What? Rhythmic? All right, cool. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather watch this. Look, Olympics, Mike, make it happen, Olympics. Man, Mike, watch this.
Would you be willing if I could send you the links I want you to watch the old fight and just tell me if you got time. I know you don't have a lot of time. I do want you to see the old one. I know I ain't gonna say to do this every week. I promise you.
All right, but send me the old fight. I'll look at the old fight. I really like Kadashi. I don't want to spoil my viewing experience.
It's just that it was so much more dynamic from the sounds on it. I feel like they didn't have the sounding with it, because like when she did in the old one, when she took the spikes and it was like aiming at the head, they did the whole like watch out, and it was like, wait a minute, we got spikes in there. And then they'll do the joke like, oh yeah, it's allowed. Oh yeah, it's allowed. Like, man, come on. And but
when she had tacks in her hand, like, where did those come from?
But the end move, like they actually moved the ring more a couple of times, that they showed it, and then they actually showed how Rama broke the, like they animated him kicking that pole and doing the winning, how she knocked out the ring. That was just a little bit more animated, I should say. So it's like they kind of like skimped out on animation for this episode on certain parts. Look, y'all, it happens. You got to save that budget. You know how it can be with Mappa. They working a lot of people. I feel like this was one of them efforts where they're like, all right, just get through the Kadashi fight. But I feel like they're gonna really come with it for.
Also, Kadashi like destroyed Akane's bed, and I guess we just forgot about that. But like, yo, Shorty had like Harley Quinn mallet and just destroyed that joint.
Like this woman got poison, mallets, tacks, you name it. And I mean the fact that she even scared, I ain't gonna say scares her brother, but her brother like, look, y'all, she crazy. Just you gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Just walk off. Like
when she get busted, when Kadashi gets busted with the door, that was hilarious. Like this show is just crazy, but in a good way.
Like it's ahead of its time and it's insanity. Kadashi is somebody like, bro, y'all just don't fall in love with no Kadashi, y'all. It ain't good. She looks sane, she pretty, she got money. She loved too hard in a bad way. You might get hit conked on the side of the head with a mallet.
Like the trip is like the whole gag. Like Kadashi comes in, attacks Akane, right? She's tearing up the whole room, trying to beat up Akane. Then Satome runs in the room, chasing around Ryoga. They don't even notice that there's a fight going on. They don't even notice that like the bed is destroyed. They destroy their own stuff and then leave as quick as they came.
I still find it. I know what you say. Right? You gotta call him Rama. I just like it Rama, man.
Well, they
I don't care what they say.
They switch between Rama when she's a girl.
The name is Rama
when it's a boy.
Rama is in the title.
I know, and when he's a girl, I call him Rama.
Man, his name Rama both ways. Say it with your whole chest in all caps.
That's what he did when he was. That's what she did when she was in the wrestling match. She was like, "You gonna use your own name?" And they were like, two people have the same exact name." She was like, "See, it's gonna be all right."
That was hilarious. And I did like that part there. They just like slid over, like, yeah, man, they don't know. They don't care.
Oh, and also, of course, like the love triangle stuff is like crazy. Of course, it's like, oh, you saved me. With like flowers all over his face and everything. This show is stupid, but in a good way.
Kadashi, maybe more in the manga, like she comes back a little bit, but this is kind of her big moment, I think, as far as I can remember. Like she just pops up and she try to whack people with mallets and do stupid stuff, but Shampoo is the bigger rival of Arcane, but kind of like she's kind of like Shampoo is slightly like Akane's Ryoga. Now they not as friendly. Like they're gonna be moments where Shampoo like Shampoo can literally kill Akane. Like promise you, she is a Chinese Amazon who is extremely good and extremely strong. Like you see how Ryoga can just knock stuff over. Mm-hmm. Shampoo can walk through a wall and just knock it over, and she looks like like it's nothing. So, but she's also very sneaky too.
Oh boy! Well, I know we running long. What else we got? What else you watched this week?
I'm just give a quick update on Blue Miburo. It's good. It's like it's not for everybody. I watched it just today. It's really it's really that historical intrigue, samurai intrigue. Like they still get some action. The action is increasing, but it's more of it feels like a thinking man's game. It almost feels, I ain't gonna say Alex Cross, if you will, but you do have to be smart. Neo is showing how he is inspirational. He's training and all. He's doing his 1,000 strikes to just learn the sword, but he's not really about him fighting and beating up everybody. It's about saying the spirit of a poor down and out kid, and the spirit of it is, can we make this world better where people don't have to suffer from war, if you will? It's kind of like in time frame of, if you watch Shogun, some folks from who they look a certain way coming over to their shores. some people are like, "Oh yeah, come on in, buddy,"
Mhm.
and the emperor ain't really with it. So the blue dogs, if you will, they really ain't about that. About like, don't really come over here. So they got to kind of deal with some people who some traitors and all this. So it's really about these Ronin who are trying to get some honor back. Now that they're kind of showing a little bit more of it, so they have honor enough that they're not vested samurai, but they're samurai. They take themselves serious. So it's really a lot of thought process and philosophy, if you will, of what's going on in Japan. This way, it's gonna get bloodier. I know it's gonna get bloodier. They killed a couple of people, but it wasn't like fantastical. It was like, hey, this dude was a traitor, and he had to go. So, but like it's getting to a point where they like just got contacted by a lord to come do something. So they're really trying to establish the names. I got a feeling something gonna go wrong, probably somewhere. But the blue dog, it's like it's kind of, it has its light moments, but I could see this becoming very heavy as well. So that's pretty much it. It's like more right now a political drama, more if you will, than say it's not a shonen right now at the moment. Other than the fact of just Neo being a kid and a couple others, but not a lot of sword play yet. But it is okay sword play. It ain't low Samurai Champloo. It ain't that. It ain't Revenger either.
Oh, shouts to Revenger, man.
It's Revenger got a little fantastical with the fighting because the old boy was all cold, but they had to deal with that.
I can't remember if I finished Revenger.
I probably did. Revenger was so doubt. I mean, it ended in tragedy. Remember? I think I talked.
Nah, I don't think I finished it. Yo, I only think I watched like. Yeah, I might not. I got to go back and finish that.
I'll just say this, y'all. If you're in a bright, happy mood, Revenger is not worried about your feelings. All right, Revenger is not worried about your happiness. It is just brace yourself. Like it's good action, but you be like, oh man, this is how it is. This is how it is.
Like this is it.
Yeah, that's war is hell, y'all. The after effects of war ain't great. So,
oh man. All right, well, I guess we got that. We do. You want to end off with Momo?
Well, we got to end off with DandaDan since we ain't talk. We're gonna just talk about Blue Acro-Silky Silky. This arc, I reading it. It was great because we got to learn more of Arya and what drives her. Because this was her arc for the most part, and her introduction to us. But man, just episodes 4, is it 4 or 5 and 6? 5 and 6, I think. No, it's 6 and 7 actually.
Yeah, it's kind of just 6 and 7.
6 and 7. I love it. The like for one, DandaDan is cooking at an extremely high. Like this is why it's getting these 2 episodes, especially last episode, is why people are saying anime of the year. Woo! Man, it was so sad.
I just really enjoy that they are like cool with what, like the way they support each other. That is what like really makes the show for me. Man,
the support, like just
because Momo's like, oh, you did a great job running. That was awesome. Thanks for doing. This you normally don't get that. Usually it's kind of like a kind of antagonist kind of nature between the two. But this is awesome to see their support.
Yeah, they don't have time for that. Like they are like realized people who got a goal. I mean, the goal is silly for him to get his golden family jewels back.
Yo, but man, that is not a silly goal. I want mine. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he will his too.
It's silly in how that this is the premise of the show on surface. Hey, she put her golden power around it. And like she said, those balls are shiny and golden. Just the Turbo Graded episode.
Oh, I will say one thing. Between all this, especially with the strength that that Okudum had, like, or Ken had, like, couldn't y'all just like take her handcuffs off like real quick? Like, I mean, I know y'all probably needed I know you needed the whole bit of her being handcuffed, but I'm just like, in real life, I'd have been like, all right, snap, you're done, because I got super duper strength right now. So just like snap, all right, it's broken. Now you can use your hands.
Well, to be fair,
Because even
they
when they
did.
were done, when she was like knocked out, they
Yeah,
still didn't uncuff her.
that made no sense. But you know what? They're teenagers. Let's just chalk it up to teenager stupidity. So but it just made for great animation because when they had to show the angle when they were running toward the camera, and he was like, he said, "I can't run fast. I got to carry. She's wearing me down." But you saw him weaving and bobbing, and how that moved and tracked around that, beautiful.
Hmm.
But of course, y'all, just the story of how the ghost came back to be Acro-Silky. She had to do everything to try to provide for her daughter.
That was
Just the
dope,
way
man.
that they
It was touching,
to
man. Like
to
this was a dope episode.
the animation of Science Saru. I don't know who told them to say, look, for this is gonna be we're gonna give you an Oscar-worthy short in the middle of this episode. After they defeat Acrobat and Silky, we gonna give you a short of her. Like that should be nominated. Whatever those minute
Yeah,
was, cut
because
that
for
up
a
as a
second I
short.
was like, okay, so you read the manga. Are
Yes.
we supposed to be led to believe that this was her actual mother, or that
No.
they had a similar situation and she
No. 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 No.
feels like
No.
a surrogate to her?
It's just basically like, no, that's not her mother. Her mother's dead. You know, her mother. This is these two separate people. It's just that what it leads you to be is that sometimes humans, like in most supernatural thing, some people have a higher acuity to the natural supernatural, and she just happened to see her, so that brought her back to give her purpose, and that's what caused her. She didn't even realize, she forgot she had lost her child, and she was just aimlessly
Okay,
walking.
okay.
So, but it was a similarity because our just like she didn't even understand that mommy wasn't coming back, so she just saw somebody who probably just, I don't know why, but kids just do the darnest things, if you will. And she's just like mommy, and she can see something that she was able to perceive her and touch her, and then that just gave like, oh wait a minute, in her warped mind, oh, I'm gonna protect you by becoming one with you, because she couldn't do it for her daughter, because they don't exactly say, but it looked like her daughter was kidnapped into trafficking when she couldn't pay something.
Yeah,
So that doesn't, they show you, they don't tell you, which is cool. It
but
wasn't cool what happened to her. It was
it's
brutal.
sad.
It's
And
super
like,
sad.
it's sad, and I was just like, oh my god, this joint is like, it's touching that she kind of like gave her life for the girl because it was symbolic of her daughter, and just I was just like, man, this is,
It
I was like,
yeah.
this is nice.
I love, like, bro, it literally it touched my soul.
You know
like,
what? This short and like the opening of the movie Up, like this very similar, where it's like, yo, this is touching,
just
bro.
reading
It's
it,
touching.
but Science Saru to take that and be like, we're gonna, all right, they're not gonna say nothing, but you're gonna see the daughter dancing, and the way they animated the daughter and the love, and she like, mommy, like she wasn't bitter. She like, I just love you, mommy. Like you doing, like I love you, and you see this unbridled innocence and love from this daughter, and this mother who is using her body and spirit and working these undesirable things and doing this, and you see the dichotomy of her having to do this and to be a lady of the night, if you will, to be a prostitute and to be a dancer and to do this, and then to have her dance. I don't know if it was like, was that her dancing as she just entered into the afterworld, or was that before? We don't know. It was just beautiful, her dancing with the stars, but it was so sad. And then to see her bleed out on the road, and where she basically, her grudge kicked in, and then she was just walking aimlessly, and then lo and behold, she like, oh yeah, I got it now. Like I'm going to seek this girl out. And yeah, the family Jews brought her onto the same viewing plane for Ira, and all that ensued, as y'all can see the fight from last episode. But for her to say like, look, I'm dying, y'all done told me up, but for her to say, look, I love this child, even though I got it wrong, I almost killed her, I'm gonna give her my aura. And the way they set it up, that Momo as a medium / spiritual user, or whatever she can do with her powers, to be able to feel those powers and to use herself as a jumper cable, as the way she explained it. She's like, yo, she's dying, take my aura and doing that. And then you have more explanation from Turbo granting, like, look, she can only pass if she wants to pass and to accept what it is in life. And for Aura, I love that Aura, like, look, yeah, you try to kill me, but I know this now. Please be well. May you rest in peace. That was touched. That was that was beautiful.
This was a good episode, man. This was just a beautiful episode.
This is when I said this is why I took that book and I ain't put DandaDan down. I'm caught up on the manga as it's being written now. It just keeps it's gonna stay good, y'all. It's gonna stay good. Like
this is man, the way they handled this segment at the end of this episode was just, it was beautiful and touching. Like, I mean, it was sad, but you know, it was like touching at the same time. Like, this was awesome.
For her to be saved, and you know, can I give a light spoiler?
I mean, yeah, we're doing this as if people have seen the episode.
Well, just something going forth, or will become.
Oh, you mean like, something that you read that it hasn't been shown yet?
Well, yeah, like next episode. Like Aura's important. Like she's gonna stay around.
Well, yeah, I figured because she's in the opening sequence, right?
Yes. So
yeah, so I, once I saw her, I figured, she'll be around.
So she will have the powers of Acro-Silky. She won't look that crazy, but she will be dancing and kicking.
Yeah, well, that was I guess that was assumed. I assumed that everyone else assumed that, similar to how Ken has his powers, she'll have some Acro-Silky powers.
Yeah, and she actually will legit.
Maybe she'll be able to do like cool backflips or something. I don't know.
Man, she'll be able to do it all. Like you don't want to get kicked by her. Period. Like she's gonna be very strong. She actually becomes taller, a little bit more, enlarged a smidge when she uses her powers, just like Kid does too. But she won't be as hunched over because, man, the scene where he like changed immediately on the side, that was some wild animation.
They're getting a lot. They're getting, both of them are getting better at like utilizing their powers.
Yeah, like they just, like I said, they're gonna get their training as they go on the job. They're getting better and figured out. And actually, but making Momo learn how to use her powers, where she can't even see, can't even use her hand, but she got to use her spirit. She's just getting stronger, So basically, what Grandma said in that one training episode, it holds true. So it's just how they interwoven it into the series. So, and he will start doing a little exercising for fun. I mean, not for fun, but to get stronger and to try to learn to. He ain't gonna be like crazy obsessed with his powers because he doesn't really want the powers. He just wants his balls back. Okay, he just want his life back, man. He's like, I ain't got to be no superhero. I just want to be whole.
Yeah.
But I trust you. Next episode is gonna be very play, silly, stupid when it comes to how they attach the ball back. It's gonna be dumb. And it's gonna be everybody involved in nonsense.
Wow.
So yeah, it's and of course with Seiko and all that. So let's just say it involves baseball.
Oh boy. Anyway, we've been on. We have given you much more than 20 minutes, y'all. All right. So
criticism.
We will give you much more than 20 minutes. So I'm gonna show Dub, you there? You in the house?
I don't think Dub is.
All right, word there. I'm gonna throw it to you, Coop. Final thoughts, and where can they find you?
Final thoughts, y'all. Gonna make me pick up the Demon Lord. I gotta do it. I gotta get consistent with Bleach. I'm gonna just say this one thing I wanted to say about Bleach. They just be talking a lot of mumbo jumbo, but it's the mumbo jumbo I like. I just like, whatever. Grimjoss.
Mumbo jumbo.
It's just a lot of talkity talk about supernatural, like all them terms. I don't care, but I like it because I like the characters. But Grimjaw, I hate Grimjaw. They're like, man, come here, I'm alive, and I'll smack. But I'll like Ichigo like on site, boy. I'll smack you back there. Shout out to Neil.
He was acting like he was real. Like I'm
Hey,
back.
bruh,
I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, yo, you know, he's like way like, okay, remember that he fought Aizen to a standstill, and you were not on Aizen's level. So why are you
you
even like trying to talk
was
crazy?
Aizen's
Bruh,
flunky.
he's stronger than he was back then.
Ichigo took it easy on you to not just mess over you. And he did kind of mess over you. Slammed all up on you. As far as I remember. Maybe I got to go back and watch it, but I just know Grimjaw was a mid boss. He was a little boss. He wasn't a big boss, all right? He wasn't
Man,
one of the big boss.
I can't believe like he
Just
was
talk
trying
mad buku-ish. Man, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna, like, bruh, chill out. Neil told him, like, look, she's like, when I'm grown, Neil, I will smack you, boy. I'm number 3 around here, all right? Don't you remember? You're a 6. You're a 6.
And he was like, well, Aizen's dead, so that don't matter no more. It's like, oh, I forgot. Y'all don't know that Aizen's alive. I was like, oh, y'all don't even know.
Yeah, wait till you see Aizen, and you're gonna be crumbling to your knees. Ah!
They're like, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, lick my boots, boy. Or get out of here.
I'm like, you know, Ichigo fought Aizen. I mean, essentially beat Aizen, because I won't even say he fought him to a standstill, because there's no way they could like lock him up unless he was beaten. So I am confident in saying, unless some of my Bleach people gonna come in here know more than I do, but I'm confident in saying that Ichigo, well, maybe not handily, but he thoroughly beat Aizen. It was decided. He definitely had lost. You know
I mean, he lost, and it took everything, but he lost. He beat him. He just couldn't kill him, because Aizen he passed the point of being killed. He can't be killed right now, as far as we know. Maybe the Soul King powers could possibly do it, but no Soul Reaper can kill Aizen. Period. I don't think.
But remember, Ichigo is more than a Soul Reaper. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, I'm saying
that
none of them can kill him. Here, like when I say I would be just as a Soul Reaper, I mean you probably need the Soul King powers to be able to kill Aizen. You need to be a god. Be a high level god.
You're gonna have to be more than Grimjow.
Grimjow. Like, look, I'll say this: Grimjow, his design is cool. I get it. He's super edge lord when he got appeared, to give the, the type that.
And we were all like, oh man, he's so sweet, like back in the day. But now we're just like, dude, ain't nobody thinking about you.
Like, bruh, like if they kill Wakamundo, where would I kill you at, bruh?
Sit the bitch, man.
Sit the bitch, bruh. Hit the pine.
No bad. Go on.
Now you see why I feel about Grimjow. He's annoying.
Nah, man. It's like, because see, in the newer episode, it's even worse. See, I was expecting just to get a little bit. I was expecting him just to do that a little bit. But in the newer episode, you haven't seen the newest episode yet. It's even worse. Like bruh, come on. Like,
see what I'm saying?
You're not on his level. All right,
bruh, I get it.
And I'm not even trying to be mean to you. You're just not on his level.
Tight Kubo, I get it. Tight. Listen to me. We know that you like design. Everybody know you like fashion. You gave old boy the nice, slick hairstyle.
Oh, you mean the Quincy Michael Jackson that they got?
I'm talking about for Grimjow. Got the little, he got the nice do. He got the nice fit. They got the cool Joe. Jacket. He almost, got the jacket. But bruh, chill him out. All right, he ain't that cool. You ain't that cool that we need to worry about him. Like, I'm not worried about Grimjow at all. Last time we saw this man, he turned to a little kitty cat and got demolished. All right. So anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
He's a ridiculous guy.
Like, it's just,
oh man, ain't that worse than the people like that in real life? Like, be like, man, I'm gonna whoop you. Like, did I beat you up 2 times already?
Yeah, it's always the one that like the game. You've been beat them like a long time ago, right?
Didn't the coach put you on the bench? Did they drop you? Didn't you fail that test? Man, you don't want to see it with me. You don't want to see it with, like, come on, man. Shut up.
It's like, bruh. You just like, be like, all right.
That's person.
When you just be like, all right.
That's the people that you can't let have no victory, because they talk so much, they'll make you and people who don't know no better, like they just dominate you. You know, shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. That's why y'all ain't getting no Super Bowl, because y'all don't really talk all that noise. You know, that's what I'm saying. Grimjaw is the Atlanta Falcons of Bleach.
Ooh, snap. It's cold.
Hey man, I'm just saying the Saints got one Super Bowl. Y'all get to the top and get knocked off there. But anyway, shout out to Atlanta if y'all listening. I love y'all. Don't love y'all team though.
All y'all Atlanteans, I guess, aliens, whatever y'all want to call yourselves. Y'all something. I don't know what y'all is, but y'all something.
You know, hey, you know, Wecomundo, it's a great place to be. It looks nice. Got beautiful people, but they ain't coming through.
Yeah, then. Like now, the only redeemable, like everybody else, y'all just whack. Well, no, hold on. Wasn't there there were like two people that Nell was with? They were nice too. So
yeah, like her, Nell, the ones who kept her safe when she, you know,
when she was like in little mode or whatever.
So, and I love that, you know,
baby mode or whatever she was.
And I just love how she makes or he made jealous. It's so 90s goofballish for a minute.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Like when she came up and like I was like, what's the big deal? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's cause think about it, or he made like, look, I'm the girl of the crew. You know what I'm saying? I'm the girl of the crew, and that's that.
It ain't that. That's her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's her. They kind of together now, kind of sorta, or about to be. Like that's
because they ain't together yet, are they?
Kind of sorta. It's, you know, it's Bleach. Like it's like yes. It's like yes, and I think they eventually do become an item.
Don't tell me Orihime one of those ones that be trying to make you her man, but y'all ain't decided yet.
This is the old last century anime. Alright?
Oh,
this some of the tropes are gonna be there. That's
boy.
As of right now, that is his lady. That's just he went to Wecomundo to save her and scoop up, all right?
Well, see, and Nell was respectful. Nell was like, you know what? She ain't even come in. She won't talking greasy to him or nothing. She was just like, hey, how you doing?
Because Nell is a whole adult. Yeah, just like, look, I'm too old for this. Like, I know, grown. like I'm grown. Like, you know, I know he be looking, but at the same time, I ain't worried about him. That's my, like, Ichigo, my partner, you know? You know, because I mean, he should have been with Rukia anyway. You know, shout out to the ninja.
Yeah, actually, he should have been with her. Like,
should have been with Rukia. Should have been with Rukia, but I get it. I don't get it, but I get it.
You know what? I actually would have paired them two, and then Chad with Orihime. That would have been nice. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even need
Chad and Orihime together the most anyway. They on the second
Chad
string
with Orihime. Chad to me is too cool. Chad should be in his own show. Like sometimes Chad need his own episodes. Like, you know how we became to respect Best Genius? I need like Chad to like just be riding around in his car like in Miami somewhere, doing like beating the hell out of people.
Got the arms out, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, hey bro, he Miami ready. But I'm just saying he ready for the beach. But I don't know. I don't really care about shipping in Bleach. I just don't. Other than should have been Rukia and whatever. But I've seen people give some thoughts on it. Maybe the newer age thinking, all right, I might feel it, but if I had to ship, it would have been Rukia with Ichigo. But you know, whatever. Grimjaw, shut up.
Yeah, I know what I think about you.
But
anyway, go ahead.
But final thoughts, yeah, man. That's what I had to give about Bleach. But DandaDan, if there's an Emmy for single episodes, it better win it. I ain't gonna say Emmy, because I know they don't really rock. Emmys are weird about animation because they don't know how to split stuff up. But your Crunchyroll or whatever Japan awards, that has to win an award. Science Saru has to win something. I need them to do, like, I want them to get more. But at the same time, this is why I love Scott Pilgrim, how they changed it up and how they animated. But y'all was cooking. That was movie quality far as anime in a show. That was movie quality beauty. That was a movie quality short in the midst of a shonen episode. Like, just golly, brain annihilated. Like, y'all, and just so that DandaDan, like, if y'all go read up on the creator, how he wanted to do all these genres, and basically DandaDan is a mashup. It's a gumbo. It's a stew, all slapped together under the guise of supernatural and sci-fi. And this is showing you what this man can do. So he got it, man. He putting it up like Steph Curry. He can't miss right about now. So I'm happy for him because he didn't get his break. He got his break as assistants, but he been really kind of gestating and cooking up the DandaDan story that has kind of failed in other various ways before. But he's kind of been working on Momo and Ken for really the longest as two characters he ain't really give up on. So, and he finally got them in their final form as Momo and Ken. So he deserved it. So sometimes y'all don't give up on your dreams, don't give up on your talent. You know, take those critiques and get better.
Take those critiques and make it better. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the homies, man. Shout out to indie creators. Yeah, like inside joke. Sorry, y'all. Just some folks don't need their own podcast. I'll just say that. Some folks don't need the mic to express their thoughts. Sometimes I'm one of those folks, but some of y'all just be killing me with this foolishness. But anyway, just other stuff. I'm enjoying the season. It's not, it's still like as crazy as spring. It's still, and it's crazy. It's reached the levels of Elusive Samurai crazy. DandaDan's giving me everything. Blue Miburo's giving me my C plus lunch rush vibes. And then I'm like, you know what? Shout out to the lower tier anime, man. Sometimes you just got to pick a good lower tier anime.
Get that C plus hero.
Just C plus political thinking man samurai. They're thinking man samurai drama right now. But I'm gonna start Demon Lord. Other things, I think it's some other stuff that's about to start. I think one more thing is coming on Netflix. I may not get to Tomb Raider. I know I was supposed to watch the Tomb Raider stuff. Whatever. I'm gonna watch that probably.
That'll probably be some over the holiday or something.
It's gonna be over the holiday in between winter and actually we're still fall, but I'm gonna watch it probably before winter anime season start. Because winter's gonna be fire. Like come January, if I ain't watched Tomb Raider by then, I probably ain't watching. Because
I'm gonna be honest, ain't nobody thinking about Tomb Raider right now. Not that I think it's a bad anime. I really don't know either way, but I just think there's too much, especially if I like with Arcane, you got because all the live action stuff too. Like
I just watched Cobra Kai.
Snap! Cobra Kai is back. I forgot about that.
Just binged the latest part of Cobra Kai. I might go back and rewatch some of it. Are all the episodes up? Or are they trickling them out for us? I mean, it's all up in this part. You got another part coming.
I thought this was the last part. Dang, they gonna drag this out.
It's got six more, and you're gonna probably have a final 6.
Dang,
but it's worth it. I got no complaints, no notes.
They gonna make you. They gonna make you wait.
They making me miss these grown adult kids already. They are grown. They this got to stop. this is the last ride. Somebody look. They even said it in the show. It's the last ride. They getting old, y'all. But you can find you coming up. You can find me this Friday. If you hear this before then, I will be at Top 65 and then possibly at the radio bar. It will be White Light Night. It's gonna be, if you are in Baton Rouge and you've never been to White Light Night, you're bugging and you're tripping. If you like art, you like food, you like drinking, you like partying, and you like finding people who aren't scared to vend while tabling and they're vending at the tables, then you come to the right place. All up down Government Street. Everybody's gonna be out there. Shout out to the Lazy Nerd, Aaron Lazy Nerd. He gonna have a party. He gonna have a Fallout theme party for the vendors coming to his store. Get together or something. They're gonna be stuff all up and down there. Come find me again. Tap 65. Saturday I might be at FM Tattoo Parlor, but Sunday I will definitely be at my friend's place of Red Stick Reads. It's a local independent bookstore. These are my good friends who I collaborate with. They help my business in so many ways. Great bookstore. Um, I'm gonna be popping up there. They are supportive of the arts and supportive people of vendors like me and various things. So come shop with us. Come get stuff for the holidays. Again, if you are in the sound of my voice and you hear this by Friday, 3 places to see me. Definitely come have a good time at White Light Night. Definitely come to Red Stick Reads and support. So
All
you can
right,
find
that's what's up.
me, Keith Cooper, at blurred.ish on IG. Find the Blurtish page on Facebook, Keith Cooper on Facebook. Eventually, I'm gonna just do Blue Sky because everybody's doing it. Everybody who seemed like they want to be sane before the rotten apples get there, or they probably already there. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
But
because I mean, well, I won't speak on Blue Sky. I don't want people mad at me. I'm gonna let Blue Sky live.
is that it's already tripping?
Well, nah, it's what you're getting is the other side of the coin of what they say they're running away from. But that's another whole nother issue.
Man, I'm just gonna use it like I use Twitter. If I pop there, I just as of right now don't want to use Twitter. But
Yeah.
you know, I might do it or I may not do it, but I feel like I might have to do it. Catch up with the times. You know, can't be a Dusty Champ. Can't be like Grimjaw, just living in the past.
Mm.
The past that never happened.
Anyway, I guess yo, Dub, you there? All right, what? I'm gonna throw my final thoughts. My final thoughts is, guys, we living. Whether it's live action or anime, we living right now. I don't know what y'all look. I know some crazy stuff possibly about to happen. We gonna see. We don't know yet. But look, we living. I don't want to hear nothing about no. Look, you got enough to watch. All right, you got. Besides that, just keep your head up. All right, you know what I'm saying. Watch your back. But I want to give a shout out to, of course, Andy from Invincible Fight Girl. Girl, yo, look, you got skills. And also to Vi, keep your head up, girl. You're going to be all right. But besides that, man, yo, we living, man.
A lot of good
DandaDan's on
stuff,
point.
man.
We got a lot of good stuff.
Bruh, from stuff to read, they just re-released the X-Men manga. They released some new Attack on Titan manga or side stories or something. You got DandaDan. You got Kaiju number 8 is still out there. It's growing.
Ooh.
People. I just read the latest solo leveling volume 10 or volume 11. Like, I'm up to date. Like, I ain't gonna spoil nothing for Mike. I'm gonna let him, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
I'm just gonna give some hints and all that. I like to keep Mike on the trail. Like, I ain't gonna tell him that. I'm like, you wrong. Just you got go the other direction. That's all I'm gonna say.
So NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, and all that jazz with a little bit of Blue Sky. This is us telling you, you know what I'm saying? Look, watch out, because somebody might try to hit you with a black rose and a little bit of rhythmic gymnastics. Peace.
Tell them to fix your bed.
Clean up these roses.
Let's clean the roses up, man.